the errand boys, Fulani errand boys that call themselves Ohanaeze should allow Ekpa to be. They should allow Ekpa to be. Now it's Simon Ekpa, before it was nnamdikanu. Now nobody has ever seen anything wrong with nnamdikanu, Abi. Why should I go with what Ohanaeze is saying? Ohanaeze is supposed to leave Ekpa alone now. What is wrong with this Ohanaeze? One thing that's surprising me now is that Ohanaeze we are talking about now doesn't have any leader again. Iwayan, the former Ohanaeze chairman, is dead, and they are planning to bury Iwayan. Ohanaeze should allow Simon Ekpa to be. Simon Ekpa is the only person that is allowed or inflaming the fire of Biafra. If not that Ekpa is there, nnamdikanu would have been a forgotten issue. And today you see where Ekpa has taken Biafra agitation to. I think you understand. Ekpa has been doing too well. It's because of Ekpa that we are still remembering Biafra. So Ohanaeze should go to their normal businesses and leave Simon Ekpa alone. It doesn't concern them. Simon Ekpa is doing work for Igbo youths, doing work for nnamdikanu, doing work for Biafra, doing work for Igbo man, realization of himself. If not because of Simon Ekpa, Igbo man would have been a lost person for a very long time ago. Lost and found. When nnamdikanu was arrested, that was lost. Igbo man was lost. Immediately Ekpa started his own agitation in Finland. Igbo man is found. Lost and found. They should allow Ekpa to be. Ekpa has virtually succeeded on bringing Biafra. So I don't know why some of those Nigerian beneficiaries within the Ohanaeze platform are not happy with Simon Ekpa's achievement, because they are not seeing anything wrong in this system, simply because they are benefiting from it to the detriment of you and I. So what happened is that Ohanaeze should go and rest, Jerry. Simon Ekpa is doing good work, and not even Ohanaeze and their accolades in the north, their Fulani masters, could stop Simon Ekpa. I think they have gone to Finland one time to bring Simon Ekpa back to Nigeria. Why did they take off? Why is it that they all took to their heels? They ran away. They should have stayed now. They've been at them, Ohanaeze. Why then they run? Ohanaeze should allow Simon Ekpa to be.
Do you think they are working in conjunction with the Southeast governors?
Ohanaeze, we are talking about our Southeastern governors. They are all together within themselves. They are one. So, Ohanaeze, governors, all of them are benefiting from Nigerian system. And that's why they have not seen anything wrong on shooting, killings of Igbo youths, extra killings, extrajudicial killings in Igbo land. They have not faulted it simply because they are part of the beneficiaries of the system. So I think the errand boys, Fulani errand boys that call themselves Ohanaeze should allow Ekpa to be. They should allow Ekpa to be. Now it's Simon Ekpa, before it was nnamdikanu. Now nobody has ever seen anything wrong with nnamdikanu, Abi. They have seen what nnamdikanu was telling them. Now they are going after Simon Ekpa. They should allow Ekpa to do his work.
They just, come together and make this sit-at-home work so that, nnamdikanu can regain his freedom.
Okay, sit-at-home is working. I don't know, from sit-at-home that has been observed since 2021. Yes, it's working. Nnamdikanu could not stop it because sit-at-home is being active and operational because of nnamdikanu's continuous incarceration at DSS facilities. So there's nothing anybody could do about it. If not because of nnamdikanu, Simon Ekpa is not supposed to be issuing that kind of sit-at-home order, and it works. It is working. And even if it is not working, everybody would have forgotten nnamdikanu. It is a custom now, it's a tradition, it's a culture of Igbo man to sit at home every Monday, Tuesday and Tuesday. Now it has degenerated to 30-day sit-at-home observation, and it is working. Why? The governors, they turn their back on nnamdikanu. The political profiteers that are benefiting from their Fulani master, federal government, and the Yoruba Arab federal government They are all the one that are fighting sit-at-home order. They are the one that are fighting Simon Ekpa. But you can see the Igbo youths. Every Igbo man actually knows that sit-at-home is used as a tool, as a weapon against federal government of Nigeria continuous detention of nnamdikanu. So I see it as a good, it's a good disposition. See, let me tell you, sit at home is a good weapon used by the Igbo youth, used by the Igbo nation to make sure that nnamdikanu gains his freedom. Nobody should contest it in Igbo land. Even the juggernauts, the so-called juggernauts, the governors, okay, listen and listen good, the so-called Igbo elder forums, Ohanaeze, they cannot stop it. Sit at home has become paranoid. It's an incurable disease now in the southeastern Nigeria. Because once they sit at home, police can't stop them. Soldier can't stop them. Southeast governors, Southeast government, federal government of Nigeria cannot stop them. Okay, that is the emancipation of Biafra. It's here. Let us embrace it.
The consequences of the name nnamdikanu eventually associated with the sovereignty and restoration. We are not asking for a nation. We are not demanding for a nation. We are not saying no, we are going to declare. We are telling the world to get the attention to restore a nation that has existed financially, materially, spiritually, and otherwise to existence. And as simple as that. I think a few days ago we saw the federal government of Nigeria under Tinubu's APC saying that there's going to be a political solution to nnamdikanu's release. We are yet to get that information right and be able to digest it, whether it is not another propaganda anyway. But we are also seeing the IPOB coming out publicly to accuse the eastern governors of not doing enough to the liberation and freedom of nnamdikanu, who has been in detention close to 4 or 5 years now without any pressure coming from Igbo political leaders. All they are after is how they are going to turn the entire eastern state to APC, to Fulani, to Arabs politically, and to embrace a feudal system that has thoroughly been rejected in the entire eastern Nigeria. So secondly, we are seeing reactions coming from the Finland separatists, Simon Ekpa, who has taken a position to question the rationale and the consequences of never going back from what he has declared as no ceasefire for Nigeria until nnamdikanu is being released from DSS custody. And nnamdikanu agreed globally, even Nigerian government themselves agreed, the court agreed, the world leaders agreed, everybody in the whole world agreed that his detention is illegal. The question is, what has not kept him? Nnamdikanu is not entertaining Nigerians. Nnamdikanu is not a bride or a groom. Nnamdikanu is not a beauty pageant. Nigerian government to stop misbehaving as if they don't know what it means to have somebody like nnamdikanu in detention. You are holding Igbo nation in bondage. That is the truth. We are hearing a different story now, because of the north and the southern political divide over Tinubu's second-term ambition. And Tinubu is likely going to use nnamdikanu as a political factor that is going to determine whether he's going to be re-elected or not. The North are squeezing him, and he is squeezing the Northerners currently now. The Northerners are crying, struggling to escape from the clutches, political clutches of Tinubu. While Tinubu is positioning the Igbo nation for support using nnamdikanu as a factor. If not, nnamdikanu would have been released the way Sowore was released. Nnamdikanu would have been released the way Sunday Igboho was released. Since a competent court of jurisdiction have come out clearly that Mazi Nnamdikanu should be granted bail. Nnamdikanu's continuous detention any moment from now is going to attract international and United Nations attention and sanction on Nigeria, because Nigeria has become an embarrassment to the global judicial system. Nigeria has continued to show they are extremist government, they are jihadist government, they are terrorist government, they are fatalistic in nature. If not, we shouldn't be having the African next Mandela in DSS custody without trial. Every time you see them caught, now and then see them caught, but look at the young man on the face. Both the North and the South are afraid of the consequences of the name Mazi Nnamdikanu. Eventually associated with the sovereignty and restoration. We are not asking for a nation. We are not demanding for a nation. We are not saying no, we are going to declare. We are telling the world to get the attention to restore a nation that has existed financially, materially, spiritually, and otherwise to existence. And it's as simple as that. There is Biafra going on currently now in all the Biafran land, but you cannot see it with your eyes. Every Biafra knows that Biafra as a nation is in existence with so much coercive powers. And that is why you see at every point in time, as they make a certain decision, they stick to it. No protest in the eastern line. Do you know why it has gotten to a point that the political class of Igbo extraction are beginning to understand what Nnamdikanu meant? This is 32 years of Boko Haram insurgency in the north. The government have not been able to arrest it to the moment. Who is going to be called a Nigerian and is proud of flying Nigerian green, white, green, except those who struggle and show of leadership is based on corruption are the ones you see all over Aso Rock. They are not working for Nigeria. They are working for corruption. They are working so that corruption can survive. And the Biafran nation, Nnamdikanu and the rest of them are saying, Nnamdikanu is saying, we cannot continue to be part of this flood. I'm not saying fraud though, I'm saying flood. Flood of corruption, flood of bad leadership. At every point in time, Nigeria has always struggled to even become Nigeria citizen in Nigeria is a problem. See, this political clash we are seeing, to them, it looks as if they have so much powers, they have coercive power, that's what made them the federal government. But they don't know that power they are talking about, they are only there as delegates. When the people who owns the power, stand up against them, they are not able to withstand it. Mazi Nnamdikanu has the powers. The Yorubas have the powers. The Northerners has the same power. The question now is, can we find a common ground? And since we cannot be able to find a common ground for 104 years of existence of Nigeria, then to attempt Israel is as simple as that. How can you be threatening the entire northern Nigeria with Nnamdikanu's continuous detention you are using it to negotiate your political interest in 2027? That is wrong. And you can see the Igbo leaders themselves, they are not saying anything. What they are saying is how APC is going to take over the entire eastern Nigeria. What they are saying is that they don't want democracy in eastern Nigeria. That's what they're saying. Can somebody tell Nigerian leaders what democracy is all about? That everybody in the eastern Nigeria or in Nigeria, any region in Nigeria that is not in APC custody should be abolished. That is not democracy. You give people freedom to decide which political party they want to be without depriving or denying them of their national rights. They are being denied their national rights. They are being held in custody. They are being super marginalized. They are being caged. They are being threatened by fanatical statements and elements. And you said that they must remain in an entity that has questioned his own existence. Nigeria is questioning his own existence. Look at what Nigerians are going. These are things Nnamdikanu has said over the years, that it will come to a point, people can no longer move their cars. It will come to a point, people can no longer move on the street. It will come to a point, people will carry Ghana must go wheelbarrow full of money and they cannot be able to buy pure water. And the same man who is in detention is telling you that a moment, a day, an opportunity, a time will come when the Biafran liberation, the Biafran restoration will become a thing of reality. Why won't you understand that the forces that are holding Nigeria together is dismantling Nigeria by itself? Those elements that are saying Nigeria must be one by force are the ones dismantling Nigeria. Unknowingly to them, it has become a matter of using Nnamdikanu as a reference point. Tujibelo, the unrepentant Boko Haram bandits in the north, have started collecting tax already. In the west, they are saying that on Odua Republic will start. In the eastern part of the country, they are saying republic. We have 3 republicans, regions, government, parallel government already existed in Nigeria, unknown to Nigerian government. So why will we now come and single a particular race that represents the consciousness of that race, and there was a mass gang up and he was kidnapped and put in a very uncomfortable situation where other federal governments are running on their own? The consequences is what is coming. The consequences is what we are going to see, experience any moment from there. But thank God that the United Nations, the different government in exile, has continued to spread its tentacles and continue to get the services of bilateral understanding and negotiation going on secretly without the federal government knowing. Getting countries to buy into the concept of solidarity for Biafra. That is the way to go. That is the mystery of what Nnamdikanu is doing. Nnamdikanu, to them, is in DSS, but the Biafran spirit is all over the world. Doing those things that Mazi Nnamdikanu is supposed to do physically. That's the mystery of the IPOB, and that's the mystery Nnamdikanu represents.